Alrighty, then it's about that time. Let me pick myself up from down yonder. Looks like I'm sinking here on my monitor. By the way, guys, yeah, I finally figured out a new way to show my face. Truckin' Dad, what's up? Hey, Rich, good to see you again. My good friend, good sir, welcome back. See if I can adjust this. If not, we'll leave it at there. Just barely peeping my head. You know what? This might be better. That way you guys don't have to see my face or a small window take up most of that precious video, as I'm sure you guys are excited to see the Falcon 50. Look, first of all, if you're here tuning in with us, thank you so much for giving me your attention. I know there's probably a couple dozen, maybe more right now, people online showcasing the Falcon 50. So the fact that you guys are here, thank you so much. We'll be starting in just a second. I'm just trying to figure out what's up with my camera. That is way down yonder. Hold on, I think I might have figured it out. Let's see if I am correct. You guys ready? You're gonna see this happen live. Hey, there we go. Yeah, now we're talking, boys and girls. Look at my random body here. Pan out, in and out. Okay, almost there. There we go. So you guys can see my face and ask me questions and tell me how I'm messing this up. All right, you guys happy there? I think I am. Let's go ahead and send it. We're good. Let's get my username for those of you that are new here. There we go. I got to bring that yonder. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and start, shall we? Kappa Flyer, have you heard the glorious news today? I've heard a few, like the fact that we've got the Falcon 50, the Fokker 170, everything are coming out from Just Flight. If that's what you're referring to, then yes. Otherwise, no idea, brother. All right, let's go into the walk around mode, boys and girls. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this party started. There we go. All right. Before I do anything else, let's minimize that. There you go. It's feeling a little choppy on my end. Let's go ahead and reduce the volume of that music a little bit. All right, guys, so I'm sure you've seen it by now. You're probably tired of seeing the walk-around mode on the Falcon 50. I'm going to do it along with you guys. Oh, Kappa, yes, I just read that. You are correct, my friend. MS Scenery has been banned from the marketplace. Thank you, God. Thank you, Asobo. Yes, I did just read about it on social media, and I was like, I'll be honest, I never thought that was going to happen. So I'm actually quite impressed that it did. All right, guys, so taking a look at the Falcon 50, she is a sexy dinosaur. I'm going to start removing static port covers. There's the AOA probe. That's gone. Pitot static, or just a pitot tube cover. I got to tell you guys, Contrails, for being a first-time developer, this is hot. This is very hot. This is very hot. I am loving the modeling, the systems, everything so far. Everything feels great. Look at this. If you're a ramp rat like me or a former ramp rat, you know this all too well. That torque link. Got to make sure it's disconnected in order to tow. We always look up top, make sure we can see that placard. Brakes are off, okay to tow. Otherwise, you can try to tow it and nothing's going to happen. So check it out. We're going to keep the door closed. We're going to walk around and looking at the modeling. This looks great. Yeah, Kappa, that's definitely great news, man. Definitely something that's been long overdue. And like Jack said, they were always spamming sales. Good riddance. You know what I hated the most was their AI generated photos of their products, and then how they would rate their own products or use bots. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like, really? Whoever those idiots are, I mean, I'm sure they make money. I'm not going to say good money because I don't think that's good money. But yeah. Anyways, guys, let's get back to the Falcon 50. Just looking at all the details up close. And yeah, she's hot.
Good evening, Long Island Mac. Arthur altimeter.
Oh, there's of course the same intentions already. Radio's running with no power.
Arthur, and confirm you have information, Foxtrot.
What's up with this? That's weird. I don't remember this from earlier. All right, no worries. We're gonna open up the cargo door here, or the baggage door. We're in 156 Romeo Echo, and look at that. PMDG's Falcon 50 right next to us here at Teterboro in Signature East. I think it's East. I don't know. Anyways, let's continue walking around. I'm sure you guys have seen all this again, and I'm sorry if this is kind of like beating a dead horse, but I I want to kind of make it fair if this is your first time watching the Falcon 50 up close and personal. I want you to enjoy it and look at her in all her glory. This is one of the default liveries, by the way. This is one of like 16 liveries. I could be overdoing that number, so I apologize. But yeah, plenty of liveries included. A very sharp model, like I said. And yeah, I'm looking forward to flying her. Word of caution, I have not mastered this aircraft by any means necessary at all. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to learn something together. And I've got my camera right off to my side here set up. Let me enable it real quick so you guys can see what's going on. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't show you the Honeycomb Bravo side where I've got my triple throttle lever set up. I'm waiting on a larger or longer cable for my camera so I can actually place it on this side and show you guys that perspective. So anyways, we're going to save that though for once we get ready for takeoff. Jack, you're saying, oh yeah, so the cost of the Falcon 50 as of today through the Contrails app, it is exclusively through their app, guys, okay? Don't look for it anywhere else. It's not going to show up. It is $39 US, right? Give or take with taxes. I forgot how I came out to, but yeah, 38 something, $39 US. That is the actual cost, which I think it's more than comfortable for what we're getting. And I'm about to show you one of the first features that you might have already seen or you might not have. But here we go. CJ3 operator, hello, mate. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you once again for giving me your attention as we are yet to impart on another business jet flight. We're departing Teterboro, heading to Boston. And here we go, guys. We're going to start with the very first native feature of the Falcon 50 is this right here. This is your own tug, your little mobile tug. Now, before we do that, let's go ahead and remove chocks. It's probably a good idea, even though you don't want to do this in real life. You want to remove the nose chock. And you want to leave the mains on, at least one of the mains on, right? Or have the pilot sit up top or the brake rider with brakes set. However, check this out. We're going to press this little doohickey here. Oh, don't do that. Come on. Why is my Falcon having a seizure? Okay, we're going to see if this fixes it. This is hilarious.
Southwest 4544, turn right, heading 070.
I want to cry, man. Come on, man. This is day one, dude. Come on. Why you got to do this, Falcon? That's probably what's happening to M Scenery's bank account right now. Yeah, good riddance. All right, anyways, check it out, guys. So we're kind of close, right, to this G550 here and this Falcon 50 near the hangar. So I want to move, and oh boy, Signature's going to have some explaining to do. They just towed that 550 through the trees. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, Trucking Dad, I did make some changes to the yoke, so hopefully it's better today. Let's go ahead and start moving this bad boy. Look at that thing. Look at that thing go. This is so dumb, man. This pisses me off. I'm not even gonna lie, man. The fact that this is happening live on the first time we're showcasing a brand new jet. I think it's maybe something to do with the scenery, or I don't know. Brakes are off. I know for a fact they're off. So check it out. We're towing it. This line service tech is absolutely worthless. Not even a wing walker of any kind right now. Look at this G650 right here. So we're going to make sure we clear on that side. This side, nothing's in the way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of steer left, right? So to my right as I'm looking at it right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, the stuttering is kind of slowing down. That's good. There we go. So we're bringing her in. We're kind of walking the dog, per se. Should I just leave it like that and just blast PMDG's jet? Oh, I'm tempted. So I think we're probably going to be the party runway 24 out of Teterboro. So that's going to be right here. All right, let's keep her coming. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. You got this. Let's straighten her out. There we go.
4544, turn left, heading 035.
Oh, shut up saying intentions. God. We're going to keep taking her out right here. Make sure we got good distance from that nice Falcon 50 back there. We're going to slow her down. Try to straighten her out. And she came to a stop, so we're happy there. Let's go put some chocks on. See if it'll let me.
JetBlue Airways 2593. Kennedy
No,
Tower,
I gotta
runway
disconnect
12
this.
Right, winds 170 at 16. Cleared for takeoff.
There we go. So now it's gone. Can I put chocks on? No. Okay. I might have to jump inside to the EFB and do it that way, boys and girls. So I am sorry. I thought I could do that. All right. We don't no longer need that tug. Let's go ahead and open cabin entry. But aha. If you're a former driver of the Falcon 50 or any general aviation jet or a ramp worker, you're probably screaming at me, Gonzo, the torque link. Yeah, I got it. There we go. There's the castle nut. There's the pin. Nice and set in place. Looks good. So now we can actually have nose wheel steering. Let's go inside. What's that noise? And I apologize, guys. It is kind of running a little, like, I don't know how to explain it. A little laggish. I'm assuming is all the stuff I've got running in the background. All right. Anyways, check it out. Let's go ahead and grab that EFB. So right off the bat, I love it because you've got the native Flight Sim 2024 app right here, or the EFB, and you can see there's a separate app for the Falcon 50, so that is pretty cool. CJ3, don't worry, my friend, you're not alone. I don't know much about Falcon at all. I serviced all of them, right from the Falcon 10, the 20, the 50, the 900, the 2000, the 7X, the 8X, pretty much all the Falcons that are operational, or were operational years ago, but I don't know jack squat about them at all. How to fly them, how to operate them. We're about to learn together. I was talking to Truck and Dad off the record here, and just letting him know what my opinions are. I hope he's going to be watching for the next like hour or so, and hopefully we all learn something together. But I think for the most part, I got most of it down. I think we're about to find out. So, all right, let's go to the app. Check it out. So we got ground ops. So let's go ahead and throw chocks on. There we go. And it's very simple. This is very, very simple. I love how Contrail gave us this EFB. Look, a new version of Contrail is available. Of course, they already just updated it. And this released at like 2 o'clock this afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, and they already updated it. So I'm sure I'm going to have a bug or something that I am not privy to. So let's go to weight and balance. I've already got my SimBrief flight plan set out. Again, we're departing Teterboro, heading up to Boston. Short flight, but it's because I wanted to dedicate time to show you guys the aircraft in detail, explore the cockpit, the cabin interior, all that fun stuff. So that's why I'm doing a short hop, okay, guys? So nothing other than that. That's really the only reason we're doing a short hop. Plus, I'm not that good with this aircraft yet, so who knows if I'm even going to make it to my destination. We're going to go ahead and download. Weights are applied. SimBrief weights have been applied successfully. Have a good flight. There we go. Showing our CG and our current limit. We're within nominal. So that's good. If I wanted to, I can press start real-time refueling and you will see the fuel truck pull up and all that. So CJ, are you serious? The scenery is causing you think all that, the stuttering? Because I actually just did a full video on the scenery a few weeks ago. Thankfully Dreamflight had sent us this scenery for us to do a comparison between the first one and this one, and I didn't have these issues. So I wonder, maybe now, maybe after the update. I did just update the scenery, so that's a good point. Flacco, what up, brother? Yeah, she's a pretty plane, man. Just wait till you hear the sounds. Let's cut the music, all right? There we go. And Truck and Dad saying they updated the flight profile, especially rudder mechanics. Oh, I did read about that. I read about somebody criticizing Contrail, saying, how did you guys let this slip? Like, if you had real Falcon 50 pilots vetted, and specifically talking about like crosswind landings, how you would put right rudder in and the opposite wing would dip, something like that. I forget what the issue was. Anyways, guys, we've got the SimBrief flight plan loaded, weight and balance set. You can go here, check out your options. You can see it's very simple. So what kind of flight director do you want? V-bar or X-bar? Liveries, I like this one. Safe fuel across sessions because it keeps it persistent. And the automatic window blinds. Sounds, the co-pilot callouts are very useful. And the trim clacker, just wait till you guys hear that. It sounds like a machine gun going off in the background. It's freaking awesome. I like this, spawning with covers, as most of the time I'm doing a point A to point B, not a point A to point B to C, or a quick turn. So this is going to work for me. Show user hints, even though I don't have the interface enabled through Flight Simulator. This is helpful for those of you guys that are getting your feet wet for the first time on a more advanced aircraft and flight simulator. Replayed mode. This one I have yet to try it, so we'll see. There's my SimBrief username. Oh no, let's go back. I'm gonna have to change my password. Uh-oh. Hey, it's all good. I don't care. All right, we're gonna close that out. Ground operations, like I said, if I wanted to, I can go and do a exterior power. Now, this feature, quick pre-flight, I didn't press it earlier, so let's see what happens. Oh, never mind. It just closes everything. Yeah, I didn't want that. Sorry, guys. Well, we learn together. Okay, so now that that is set, right? I don't think we have to look at the EFB for now. Let's go ahead and get some power on the aircraft, and then we're going to walk through the cabin entry, or the cabin, so you guys can see how it goes. Let me kind of bring this over. There we go. CJ3, it was the same on my 5090 system. I turned the textures down to high and improved a little, but it's a heavy area using terrain level of detail 250 for me. Copy that. Good to know, man. All right, boys and girls, let's get battery 1 and 2 online. You can see that battery load picking up. You guys hear that? Sounds like a weed whacker's going off back there. The yoke just moves, by the way, into my abdomen. That's something about this that I have to get used to. Let's go ahead and get our inverters on. And you can see it's illuminating our EFIS 1 and 2, electronic flight instrument system, and then our radio master. Hey, never mind, there's an airplane taking off. That's why that noise is happening. So let's go ahead and get EFIS 1 online, EFIS 2, and our radio master on. Let's go ahead and close that bus tie. There we go. Now the sound is way better. No more of that lawnmower going off in the background. Check it out. On the FO side, co-pilot side, we've got the APU master panel. So what we're going to do is press APU master on. And you can see the instructions right here, engraved for you to follow. Make sure that generator button is pressed and on. Then we're going to wait for the start button to illuminate. You can see it's red. Let's see if she comes on. Maybe it's a little bit difficult to tell because right now it is kind of light or bright in here. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's illuminated. You guys ready? Here we go. Let's send it. Ooh. Let's go outside. Music to my ears. All right. APU RPM is stable, about 100%. EGT is good in the green. Generator load is good. Let's go ahead and get some bleed air and now listen. Look at that EGT temperature, right? The exhaust gas temperature go up as the bleed air is now enabled. Let's go ahead and turn on our FMS. By the way, this took me like 10 minutes earlier to figure out there's an on button, so don't be like me. We're going to set the standby pump, hydraulic pump to on for now. I think it is necessary for the parking brake, but we've got chocks. I'm not even following the checklist, to be honest, because this is a first look, right? I'm not trying to spend too much time. I'm just going to show you what I know for now. Where are my comms? Say intentions is really pissing me off with this feature. Shut up. Can I lower the volume? Nope. Hey, CJ, come on, bro. Be nice. It's like my second time flying with the force feedback. Yo, bro, I thought I was good, but I'm not good, man. Yeah, that landing sucked, bro. You're not wrong, man. All right, so let's go ahead and set our INS switches to nav. I was watching a video from the developer themselves, and they say that real-life Falcon 50 operators, they rarely put them on a line. They just go straight to nav. And I do have it on the fast align option so that we're not here waiting for, I don't know, 10 minutes. So, all right, we've got that running in the background. So now let's go ahead and configure our FMS. Oh, hold up. I think I need to set my boost pump for number 2 on. Let's get our passenger seatbelt signs and no smoking on. Emergency exit lights armed. Nav light, nav. Everything else looks a-okay. I might be forgetting something, but again, first time doing a full flight, so we're gonna learn together here. And this is not a tutorial. If you're tuning in, this is strictly a first look, first flight for me. The airplane just released literally 5 hours ago, 5-6 hours ago. So brand new to me, brand new to you, hopefully. Let's go ahead and start configuring the FMS because it is tricky, but it's not terrible. We're in the initialization page right here. Ident, we're in Teterboro. There's our pause, Latin launch. We're going to press enter. And look at that. Flight plan list, 1 of 1. Teterboro to Boston. We're going to press that line select key next to the number 1. And when it's highlighted yellow, all you got to do is press enter. And look at that. Now I can pick up my EFB. I can look at my SimBrief dispatch. And I can confer with the route that I've filed. We've got Teterboro, runway 24, direct breezy, Victor 39 airway, Charlie Mike Kilo, then Merritt. And then the Robach 3 arrival into Boston, runway 4 right is what we're anticipating for this afternoon or evening. Now, I could show you how to do an airway because it is tricky, but all you do is you go in to your flight plan, and let's say after breezy, we want to join that airway, Victor 39. Instead of typing just Victor 39, you have to press hashtag or the pound symbol, then Victor 39, and then it's going to populate the airways for you. And then you select what outbound or transition out of that airway you want to select, and then you should see exactly what we're seeing. So via a breezy, via the Victor 39 airway, we're going to go and use Volu and Michael, and then transition out of the airway via Charlie Mike Kilo, whatever VOR or VORTAC or station that is right there, and then proceed direct to Merritt. So that's already done for us. We're going to go ahead and review everything else. There's Boston. We're going to press select, enter. And just like that, there is our active flight plan. Now, before I begin configuring everything else, I think it's a good time to go ahead and pick up ATIS and then also get our clearance to Boston so that we know if everything we filed is still what we are expecting. So let's do that. Let's close this for now. What are we doing? ATIS 114.2. I forget, that frequency here is weird. All right, I'll pick up my weather elsewhere. 128.05. By the way, the knobs in this airplane are weird. Yeah, CJ, trust me, I'm going to be doing that as well. It is a little tricky. It's kind of like the Starship. When you first try the Starship from Black Square, you're like, what in the actual hell? But once you try it out a few times, you're like, oh, okay. But for now, for the purpose of just time and making this simple, I'm going to load it from SimBrief. Fallen saying, are we getting BizJet saturated? Está loco. Hell no, man. There is no such thing as BizJet saturated. That's what we need. I'm tired of the 40 Airbuses that are out there for everybody, bro. Everybody's making. Did you see that Latin VFR now wants to make an A380 as well? So we've got any builds, fly-by-wire, and Latin VFR now. All of a sudden, here we go, another A380. Next thing you know, there's another Airbus 320 coming out. So, bro, I'm all for the business jets, bro. What's going on here? There we go. Whoops. All right, let's go ahead and try our comms. And we are Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. I will say we got the weather. And, yeah, we're going to be heading up to Boston. Teterboro clearance. Good afternoon. Falcon 156 Romeo Echo with the weather, requesting IFR, Boston. Jose, get out of here, bro.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, cleared to Boston, radar vectors breezy, then is filed, climb and maintain 4,000, expect 17,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2, squawk 6644, expect runway 24.
You guys are killing me, man, in the chat. Clear to Boston, radar vectors breezy, then is filed, climb and maintain 4,000, expect 17,010 minutes after departure. Departure 119.2, squawking 6644 and expecting runway 24 for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, read back correct.
All right, we got a good read back. Let's go to ground 1219er. Oh, was that ATIS? That's LaGuardia. 1219er, we're on the ground. Freak there. Let's see what else I gotta do. Oh yeah, squawk 6644. Oh, this is lovely. Look at this. Jose, how do you feel seeing this dinosaur, bro? You Airbus boys are very, very different, aren't you? Jose's probably like, where's the keep at, bro? Why are you scrolling? By the way, guys, Jose, that's JGG Pilot in the chat. Go check out his YouTube channel. He is starting off, putting out some good content. He's a real life Airbus first officer. That's why I talk trash about Airbus all the time. But hey, this is the guy that really knows his stuff. And so I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry for all the stuff I say about Airbus. I just can't stand it anymore, bro. Oh, man. Here, supposed to be napping, but watching this instead. Got the red eye. Lima to Miami at midnight. Oh, brother. Yeah, I think... Oh, man. Trucking that. Don't worry, bro. I'll get this going as fast as I can. JG Pilot saying, I miss my 757, 767 old school flight deck. Yes, sir. That's the real airplane right there, brother. All right, let's set our departure freak 119.2. That way I remember to switch over to it later on. 119.2. And you know what? I'm going to switch this back to pre. Okay, so we've got that set. Oh, I forgot to set up my MX-20 here, my Garmin. Look at this dinosaur, by the way, guys. This is really, really old. It's hilarious. So that's all said and done. Let's go to map. Confirm current barrel. Yeah, we're going to say that's fine. And then now we should see our route. There it is. No magenta. Well, there is a magenta line, I guess. But yeah, I still don't know how to use this. We're going to learn together. Let's do one thing. I do want to select my nav source. Can I hide the yoke? There we go. So let's change our nav source because right now we're set to ADF1. Let's go to HSI. There we go. There's the thingy. And let's go to FMS. There we go. FMS cross track. And let's do the same for the FO side. There we go. We can see the route. That's said and done. What else do I have to do? Oh yeah, departure. Well, we're expecting radar vectors to breezy, no departure, so we'll keep it as is. No, there we go, depart. And then let's go down to runway 24, and you see how I'm doing that? Wherever the line select key has various options, that's where you want to select and just keep pressing. Press enter. No SID, so I'm gonna go with Teterboro 4. Why not? I don't think it gives me really another option. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to just play it by ear. Waypoints of SID, runway 24. Looks like we're gonna have to climb to 1,500 feet MSL. And then there's a manual sequence. That's what the MANSEC is for, at which point we'll have radar vectors or a direct to breezy. If we don't get that, then I'll ask for it. There you go. That's configured. For the approach, we said runway 4 right. Let me just double check. Yeah, Robok 3, 4 right. So let's go to arrive. I think we're looking for the Robok. So this is the part that gets a little tricky for me, guys. Here's the star. There it is. Robok 3. And then our transition is Merit. You see how it's a little funky? You have to like go back and forth. And then runway, we're gonna do 4 right. And yep, select, enter. I think we're set. Now we can go through the active flight plan. I don't even know how to set up an approach. We're about to find out. VNAV, let's see, inactive, cool. Can I press no? Okay, required feet per minute. I guess I could type something in there, but cruise altitude 17,000. Okay, so that's good. Default flight path angle 3 degrees. Transition altitude flight level 180. Why the hell not, man? Let's do it. What is this, heading, tune? No, I can't do anything else there. Oh snap, wait. I gotta get on that chat. Hold up. Fallen saying Airbus is like Domino. They had double. 6 anyone can play. Real Domino's double 9, aka Boeing. Flacco picks watching Japan versus Sweden. There's this one player called Sugawara. It reminded me of Men in Black cockroach dude who always wearing sugar water. Waiting on the news to see if they finally got the 777 or not. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Come on. Trucking that. Are you talking to me, man? Oh, you're talking to Jose. Trucking that. I totally get it, man, right? They all started with the yoke on the A300 and the A310, and now they're all cool people. They fly side sticks. Come on, dude. Want to be fighter pilots, right? All right, so this is all set as far as I can tell. Why the hell not, guys? I think it's about time to fire up. So let's do this. Let's get centered on the camera here. Hey, where's my heads-up display, by the way? Just kidding. I like this feature. Check this out. Well, this is your little performance chart here. It'll give you your V speeds. So V1 97, rotate V2 at 109, and then VFR for flaps retract 124, clean config 134, and then there's our weight, gross weight 29.6. So we're gonna do sync bugs, because check this out. You've got your old school bugs right here on your airspeed indicator, so you want to go ahead and sync them. And now they should be set to your V speeds. So V1, rotate, and then flap retract speed right there, I believe, or clean. Let's see. So takeoff power, we're going to be at 98.6 N1 and climb at 96.9. Flaps will be slats plus 20 degrees. Runway condition is dry, and you can cycle here between dry and wet. And then on the return, a VREF would be 115, but we're going to focus on that later on. We're going to sync the weight, 29.6. Let's go ahead and set that here. Hey, there it is. And this is crucial so you guys can reset your fuel totalizer, right, for burned gas. There we go. Aircraft gross weight 29.6. Let's go ahead and get ready to fire up, boys and girls. All right. Let's get the bacon light on. Where's my yoke? Make sure it's connected. Yep, feels good. I know I'm forgetting something, and I'm about to find out. So let's go outside. Cockpit window is open. I gotta close that. I'll pull chocks in a second. I just gotta set parking brakes. Passengers are waiting. By the way, if you've ever been near a Falcon APU, it is as deafening as it sounds here. Whoa, what's going on there? Come on. Is the beacon actually on? I don't see it. That's weird. Oh, that is loud. Yep, that's a Falcon 50 APU. You see how it's got a stutter, you guys, by the way? Yeah, this is weird for me. All right, let's get back inside. This is loud as hell. And let's go and close the cabin entry. How do I do this? I'm gonna give myself like 10 more seconds. There we go. Oh, I have to drag it. Okay, Contrail. I see what you guys are doing. Making us work. Hello there. Welcome aboard this flight. Ma'am, I'll allow it. Sir, what's up with these jeans? What's going on? And these two are playing footsie. Okay. Outside air temperature, 28 degrees Celsius. What's Celsius? We do Fahrenheit here. Let me check the lav. No lav? Aw. Well, I'm sad. Let's go back up to the front. All right, let's close this cockpit window. That one's closed. Let's see if I can get my parking brake on. I'm gonna step on the brakes, pull the handle. No. I know my auxiliary pump is on. There we go. Okay. And yeah, I know I still have my backup attitude indicator is caged or uncaged, so I have to set it. So here we go, guys. We're gonna start with number 2. Let me verify APU bleed is on. Yep, generator's online, obviously. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and start numero 2. We're gonna monitor N2. And once we see about 12% or greater, we're gonna introduce some fuel. So we're gonna throw those cutoff levers, or the cutoff switches, to idle. Let's set this to ground. Why is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, it was already on ground. That's my fault. And let's get our boost pumps. And starting number 2. Let's watch N2. There's 10, 12. Get some gas. Watch ITT, N1. And it should be stabilizing right around 30, so that's good engine right there. Good stable ITT, N2 is happy. Pounds per hour shows good fuel flow. There's our pounds. Oil pressure in the green. Oil temperature is going to come up. Now we're going to start number 3. There's 12. There's ITT jumping up. There's the fuel flow. N1's coming up. Looking good. Stabilizing near 30% N1. That's what we want to see. Lastly, let's fire up number 1. Same thing. And look at that little overlay message. With N2 above 12%, move the red fuel lever below the throttle to introduce fuel. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, wait, I thought I was the captain. Okay, while engine number 1 is stabilizing, let me set my initial altitude 4,000. All right, good engine starts. Go ahead and set this to norm. Those can stay on ground start for now. What else am I missing? What else am I missing? Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Get our bleed airs on from engines 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that's anti-ice. Whoops. Wrong panel. I was reading this and it's over here. See, guys, I'm learning. All right, let's go ahead and kill that APU now. Stop the bleed air. And it's very simple. All you do is press that red stop. Watch the RPM come down. Generator load and EGT are coming down. That's good. I think everything is set. We're showing 0 feet elevation. That's good. Oh, mock trim. Yep. I forgot that one. Here she is. Mock trim is on. Annunciator panel showing left and right pitot heats. We're going to turn those on once we get ready for takeoff. Let's go ahead and lower flaps and or slats and flaps. And hold on, I want to set the camera outside to see that happen. Here we go. Let's go slats plus 20. Look at that. That's so sexy. I love Falcons. Oh, my chocks are still on. I guess it's a good thing I went outside. All right, so let me go to the ground services. Come on. There we go. Chocks are pulled. Okay, slats are set. Flaps are set. Let's go ahead and hold the backup attitude indicator here. Make sure it is nice and level. Now, you guys ready to hear that machine gun, the pitch trim? Here we go. Listen to it. So I'm going to set it on the aft end there of the green band. I feel like this aircraft was a bit nose heavy, believe it or not, when I took off earlier. All I did was take off just to test it, and yeah, it surprised me. And let's see. I think I'm all set. So you guys ready? Let's go ahead and start taxiing this bird. Parking brake is released. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check that we have nose wheel steering as we begin to taxi. But let's go ahead and call ground. Teterboro ground, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo at signature east, requesting taxi.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, runway 24 taxi via Quebec.
24 via Quebec for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. Look good, feel good, your mom's good, everybody's good.
Falcon
Let's go.
6 Romeo Echo, contact ramp on 119.9 or 9 for tug assistance.
No, we're not contacting ramp. All right, so aircraft's moving. Check the brakes. Good brakes. We're clear of the G650. Can we turn? Yes, we have nose wheel steering. Nice. Let's go nice and easy. Fall and trim like the Avanti. Yes, sir. That's correct. And CJ, you read my mind, man. It does sound like what they called, I'm not going to say his name, but yeah, in World War II, it was called the buzzsaw, but there was another name for it. I just don't want to say the individual's name because it might get me a YouTube strike of some sort. Here's Quebec. We're going to make a right, and runway 24 is right there. And you know what? Maybe it's a good time by now to go ahead and enable my DSLR camera. Yes, there we go. So you guys can see me manipulate the controls of this beast. All right, we're going to check flight controls. That feels good. Heavy as hell. Good aileron. It's probably going to hit my microphone. Nope. Okay, we're good.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, contact tower on 119.5, so long.
Over to tower, 119.5 for Falcon 6 Romeo Echo. Bye-bye. I love the static models and say intentions all just doing their own thing. Look at that. That poor FlexJet Challenger is just getting smashed. Was it 119.5? Make sure I don't overrun the taxiway. I'll call them when I'm holding short. Fallen, bro, I love the way you think. Little mustaches. Buzzsaw. You guys are evil, man. You guys are evil. Alright, hold on. Let's contact tower here as we're holding short. Oh, that's awesome. 119.5 on the box, and then 119.2 is our departure. Alright, so before we take off, standby pump to auto. We gotta get our pitot heat on. D3642, I'm doing good, my friend. Welcome aboard. We're showcasing the Falcon 50 from Contrail for the very first time. I have no idea what's gonna happen here. I get the feeling I'm gonna butcher this flight, but I'm gonna stick with it. Just checking everything before I go. Let's go TARA on the TCAS. Here, I'm gonna go above, below. Let's go all. Let's go. Maybe 5 for now. Let's do 10 as we depart the terminal area here. Again, looking at my annunciator panel, all it's asking for me to do is turn on my left and right pitot heats. Everything else is configured, though. I think I'm happy with that. Let's do that right now. Pitot heat is on. What do you think, guys? You guys ready to send it? I sure as hell am. Let's zoom in on that dinosaur of a GPS. I'm nervous. Here we go. Teterboro Tower, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo holding short of 24, Quebec, ready for departure.
Falcon 156 Romeo Echo, Teterboro Tower, runway 24, winds 180 at 12. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading clear for takeoff, runway 24 for Falcon 6 Romeo Echo. All right, so Romeo Echo is cleared for takeoff. Runway heading, we're going to set that, I don't know, about 248. Can I read that? No. God, those numbers are hard to see. They're magenta. Yeah, there we go, 242. Why the hell not? Let's enable heading mode. We're going to arm that. You can see it on the flight mode annunciator, if that's even what it's called. Let's get our anti-collision lights to all. Landing light on. Wing inspection light on. Annunciator panel is clear. Here we go. Let's go outside real quick. It's a beautiful airplane, man. I think it's one of the sexiest Falcons in history. But she's old. Two-4 on the pavement. Nobody's in the approach end, I think. All right, here we go. Hold on, I got something else I want to do here that's really bugging me. Bleed air. Let's turn off the crew. It won't let me? See if that reduces the noise a little bit. Didn't really help. Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. Sounds a lot better now. You guys should be able to hear that. Fallen saying, seems like the devs for Contrail are motivated. This dude Flight Sim CFI has had it for a few days to review. He pointed some bad things and they patch fixed them like 12 hours later. Yeah, dude. That's what I love about when developers pay attention though to people that are beta testing, so that when it does come out, it is ready to go. All right, you guys ready? We're going to be rotating at 109. We're going to listen for our co-pilot to give those call outs. Here we go. We're going to introduce some power. And we're looking for 98.6 takeoff thrust. Slowly bring the power in. Power, power. I'm going to try to hold it as best as I can. And here we go. Brakes off. We're rolling, baby. A little bit more juice. Let's get a little bit more juice. Oh, there's the wobble. Oh, God.
Airspeed alive. 80 knots.
Checked.
1. Rotate.
Look at that. This thing is heavy, dude. Oh, pull back, rotate. Woo.
Pause it very.
Gear up. There's suppressive fire. This thing is sick. Let's retract the flaps. We're climbing like a bat out of hell. Ooh. We're gonna reduce power here on the climb out.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, contact departure.
Over to departure for Falcon 6 Romeo Echo. Bye-bye. Come on. Departure Falcon 156 Romeo Echo at 2,000, climbing 4,000, runway heading-ish. Let's turn back to that 2-4 something.
Falcon 156 Romeo Echo, Philadelphia departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, turn right heading 005, direct breezy when able, then as filed.
All right, climb and maintain 10,000, right turn heading 005, and direct breezy when able for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. All right, so check it out. We're gonna go continue climbing here. Let's go direct. Let's select, what is it? Breezy, enter. We're gonna go nav, yacht amper autopilot.
Romeo Echo, contact Philadelphia departure on 127.6.
127.6 for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. All right, hold on. Let's go to vertical speed. Let's adjust my climb rate. Why is it descending? There we go. There we go. Looking a little bit better. That machine gun fire is hilarious. I love it. We're still manually manipulating the throttles. And hold on, I gotta switch over to departure 127.6. That'll take me a minute. No, that's not what I wanted. Philadelphia departure, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo at 6,300, climbing 10,000, direct breezy.
Falcon 156 Romeo Echo, Philadelphia departure. Good afternoon, Teterboro, altimeter 3003.
Altimeter 3003 for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. .3003 set. After takeoff, taxi light can come off, wing inspection light can come off. I forgot to set these to air start. I'm gonna set them up there. Everything else looks good though. We're climbing, doing 2,300 feet per minute in vertical speed mode. Let's bring up number 2 just a tad. And I love this. I love having to manually keep an eye out on my N1, making sure I'm not just full throttling it all the way up. We're doing 212, 213 indicated. Again, we're in vertical speed mode, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out on my airspeed. Let's go ahead and bring that vertical speed down a little bit. That's the altitude horn, by the way. It sounds like a clown car. It's hilarious. And there we go. We're tracking direct breezy, so all is good in the neighborhood.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, climb and maintain 17,000.
Climb and maintain 17,000 for Falcon 6 Romeo Echo. Oh, this thing is sick, man. Fallen saying, man down, Corpsman, I need a Corpsman. Dude, I couldn't help but think of how much ammo money that mad minute would cost you at the range of a trim. Oh, yeah, dude.
362, Philadelphia departure, good afternoon.
We're in the soup.
Endeavor 5362, contact Boston Center on 127.975.
Over to Boston Center, Endeavor 5362. So long.
Fallen, are you talking about Machine Gun America? That's the one near Old Town?
Good afternoon, Brickyard 4567, 7,000.
Brickyard 4567, Philadelphia departure, roger.
That altitude alert sounds like the stall horn in a Cessna.
Contact Boston Center on 127.975.
127.975 for Brickyard 4567. Good day.
So I'm trying to manipulate my airspeed indicator there. Or my... Can I do it this way? No, that's just the old school way. I don't know, we'll go for like 300 indicated on the bug, but I need to somehow manipulate it for my autopilot. Alright, everything is flowing smoothly for now. Let's see. Yeah, Yoda Emperor's on. Autopilot's engaged. Mock trim is good. Flaps are retracted. Slats are clean. Course and course heading. Yeah. I don't know how else to manipulate my speed. Look at this, though. Let's go outside and take a look from the exterior. Damn, she's sexy. Hold on, let me hide my yoke. No longer need that. There we go. It's a badass looking jet, if you ask me. I gotta get ready for our descent, though. It's coming up in like 20 minutes, I think. Oh, fun fact, guys. The last time I got to refuel a Falcon 50, I had to do it the old school way. Overwing. Single point pressure was in-op, and so we had to sit there on a nice hefty ladder. That shoulder right here, where the leading edge slats come down, it's a lot higher than it seems. And so to reach over it and bring your nozzle over, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So, yeah, I had to fuel it manually, and the guys were doing like math with like some rough numbers. They're like, yeah, let me get like 300 aside or something, and it wasn't exact, but it worked. let's see where we're at. We're at 16. We should be leveling off here.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, contact New York Center on 133.15.
13315 for Falcon 6 Romeo Echo. Okay, so we're capturing 17,000. That's good. We still got to speed up, so we're watching that indicated airspeed come up. We were doing 170 something indicated, so we climbed aggressively. Hold up, I just set that frequency and I forgot. 13315. What was it, New York Center? Yeah. New York Center, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo, 17,000. Speed's coming up.
Falcon 156 Romeo Echo, New York Center. Good afternoon, Warwick. Altimeter 3,000.
3,000 for 6 Romeo Echo. Set the
Falcon 6
thiggies.
Romeo Echo, negative. Special VFR not authorized in this airspace.
Nobody requested special VFR. What are you talking about? Don't be yelling at me. I didn't request special VFR. I've never even done it in real life, dude. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? I knew something. Oh yeah, let's look at our arrival.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, negative. No special VFR clearance issued or requested. Maintain 17,000.
Maintaining 17,000 for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. When saying intentions really wants to piss me off, they do it. All right, let's go to Navigraph. And again, I love this because it's just a link to the app that you can have in the sim. A lot of lag, which is normal with this app. It is pretty intensive. So there it is, Teterboro to Boston.
Echo, contact Boston Center on 134.3.
134.3 for Falcon 6 Romeo Echo. 134.3.
Flight Jack 72, contact Philadelphia departure on 127.6. On.
Philly, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo, 17,000.
Falcon 156 Romeo Echo, Boston Center. Good afternoon, White Plains altimeter 3003.
3003 for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. Whoops, wrong center. 3003 set. Confirm. Yep.
American 307 contact.
All right, we're picking up speed. Let's reduce N1.
133.15, American 307, thanks.
Doing about 39, 310 indicated.
KR 777, Boston Center. Roger, good afternoon.
Trying to make them nice and evenish. I have heard from, well, bigger Falcons like the 7X. Some of those guys will be crossing the pond and they'll have the number 2 at a significantly lower thrust than 1 and 3. And it'll help them save a lot of fuel, especially up at the cruise levels with a good tailwind, and it makes total sense, man. I also love this right here. You can see your true, or your temperature, right? 12 degrees Celsius, and it's showing your true airspeed adjusted for that temperature. So I love that. All right, so we're cruising along, guys. We've made it this far, so let's see. Truck and Dad saying at least that trim is better than some of the alerts in other aircraft. Let's see. Since that is technically a 2-pilot plane, I think you need to tell George to handle the tuning. Oh, Heath, what's up, man? So I'm using the Moza AY210 force feedback base with the MFY yoke. Here, I'll enable the camera once again so you can see it. There she is. It's awesome, man. That force feedback is insane. Very, very nicely done from Moza. And we're actually getting ready to release a video here by next week, talking about what we think about it, how we like it, what we don't like about it. But I'm just gonna tell you right now, there's not a lot that we don't like about this. It's phenomenal. It is absolutely a must-have if you're into the flight sim stuff, man. I'll re-enable the camera once we are getting ready for our approach, and that way you can check it out as I fight this beast to the ground.
American 535 contact Toronto Center on 134.9 or 25.
What's going on? There we go.
4.925 for American 535.
Oh yeah, hold up. I gotta look at my arrival.
Boston Center, JetBlue 1290, flight level 350.
JetBlue 1290, Boston Center, roger.
Hide that. Oh, this is not great. So we're inbound transition Merit. We're gonna go into Roosie. Looks like we got to cross Roosie at or below flight level 230, at or above flight level 210. We're at 17,000. That's our MIA, our minimum en route altitude, so we're good there. We're going to cross Roosie, then Olin at or above 17,000. Banky at or above 16,000. Roebuck at 260 knots and at or below 19,000, at or above 12,000. So you know what? Let me see something. Roebuck. See if I can set up a VNAV profile here. Do I have a message? Okay, just showing me the distance to go there. See, this is the part that I don't know. Oh, there we go. If I go to Roebuck and I press... No, not direct.
Alaska 292, contact New York departure on 120.8.
No, Roebuck. We're going to press data.
New York departure
No.
on 120.8, Alaska 292.
Enter. Okay, here we go. Flight level 190, planet crossing at 15,792. And it's showing a required feet per minute of 1,050. Yeah, that's going to work. It's got to be at or below 19,000, or above 12,000, so that's good. There we go. We're crossing Merit now, so it looks like this is all set already, which is nice.
Contact New York Center on 121.125.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arm VNAV. There it is. It's illuminated. You can see VNAV is armed, showing it in white there. Now I wonder, will it show me a top of descent?
Delta 1638, contact New York Center on 124.625.
Where's the range? No. My minimums, which I do need to set that. And then we're expecting runway 4 right.
Good afternoon, Endeavor 4909.
There we go. So let's see what we got.
Endeavor 4909.
From Judy on track 35 to Sophie, then to Ernie. Where's Sophie? Where's Ernie? Here we go. Okay, so we're going to go this way.
457,
Then to Goshi. Then on track 35 or 035, expect radar vectors. Okay. Goshi, we're going to depart on heading 035, expecting those vectors, and then runway 4 right should be right there.
Flight level 240.
American 3096, Boston Center identified. Proceed on course.
Let's go to Boston. Let's go to approach.
Boston Center, Southwest 872, flight level 380.
Let's pin the ILS or localizer 4 right.
Southwest 872, Boston
And I'm going to pin the
Center.
RNAV too, just in case. So for the ILS, let's say frequency 110.3 for the localizer.
New York departure on 120.8.
110.3.
0.8 for American 535.
110.3 is set.
Boston Center, good afternoon, Delta 726, flight level 350.
And then I'll have to switch my FMS source or nav source from FMS to nav.
Center, roger.
And then set my final approach course to 035. Milt is our final approach fix at 1700. Our decision altitude is 218. So we'll set that right now.
121.125, via Endeavor 4909.
But this is decision height, by the way. That's why it's showing. Let me see if I press it. Oh, there we go. Now I'm manipulating the range. So I got to press it to switch between the decision height for my minimums, which that would be 200.
American 3096, so long.
There we go. 200 set. And then now I can zoom in and out on the HSI there to show my route.
Southwest 872, contact New York Center on 124.625.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this, guys.
124.625 for Southwest 872.
Trucking that, I don't know, man. You're asking if that rotation was because the plane's heavy or still needs some tweaks. I want to say the aircraft's just very nose heavy, ironically. Yeah, it did the same thing earlier today. I tried rotating and that nose just wouldn't come up. And I had my pitch trim, right, the stab set to just the bottommost section of the green there for takeoff. So I don't know. I might have to tweak the profile on the Moza a little bit further. Oh, Fallen, the CJ4's FMS is a cakewalk compared to this thing, man. Truck and that, thank you, sir. I'll be resetting that target altitude here in just a moment. Thank you for that heads up.
124.625.
Gramps, what's up, brother?
Thanks for the help.
Is this thing worth it? Well, so far, I say, yeah, for the price point, $39 US. I think it's fun. It's going to give you a lot of stuff to do, right? It's not just one of those fire and forget kind of planes. You just sit there and go to sleep. You have to actively monitor everything, kind of configure everything ahead of time. So I say it's worth it, and this is my first full flight. Really, it's up to you. What's your style? Do you like some old school stuff? I know you've talked to me before about what you flew before. I think this is in your wheelhouse right here. The Falcon 50, I think it's gonna suit you and your style based on what you've told me in the past, man. So give it a shot.
Swiss 14 Victor contact Philadelphia approach on 127.6. 127.6, Swiss 14 Victor, see ya.
Bernard saying my rudder is not working. Can you help? Yeah, man. So first of all, what rudder are you using? Are you using pedals? Are you using a joystick? What seems to be the problem, man? You having issues where the sim is not recognizing it, or what's happening?
Boston Center, Endeavor 5077, flight level 210.
Endeavor 5077, Boston Center identified. Good afternoon.
Okay, we're inbound to, what is that, Roosie? Yep, we're still good. Still a ways out. I'm gonna try to pick up ATIS in a moment here.
New York Center on 133.15.
133.15, Endeavor 5077, thanks.
Yeah, the flight model feels good so far, man. Hand flying, it is a blast on that departure. There's a character behind this airplane for sure, and so I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna hand fly the approach once I'm configured, and I'm happy with it. So it definitely feels great. Hold up. Am I using the hidden auto throttle? No, sir. I'm still manually manipulating my throttles. Ooh, how was IL-2 Korea, man? I used to fly IL-2 back in the mid to late 2000s. I used to love it, man.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo descend.
Bernard, yeah, I just talked to you, bro. So what's going on, Bernard? Is it like, are you using rudder pedals? Are you using a joystick? What's the problem? What do you mean they're not working? I can try to walk you through a quick troubleshoot. I'm about to get a little busy here on the descent, but if you tell me what are you using, what hardware, like what's the issue?
124.625, see you, United 964.
Hold up, I'm setting my heading bug to 035, anticipating, although I'm sure they're going to give me vectors at some point.
Swiss 14 Victor contact New York departure on 120.
What's ATIS?
Romeo Echo. Contact Boston approach
135.
118.25.
11825 for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo.
Southwest 872 Boston Center, Roger, good afternoon.
All right, so we got that freak set. Let's give him a call. I haven't picked up ATIS, unfortunately. Boston approach. This is Falcon 156 Romeo Echo 17000 on the Roebuck 3 arrival.
Falcon 156
There you
Romeo
go.
Echo, Boston approach. Good afternoon, Boston altimeter 3005, cleared Gosh transition. Expect the ILS runway 4 right approach into Boston. And have you got information, Lima?
We do now. Copy altimeter 3005, cleared via the Gauge transition, and expect the ILS 4 right into Boston. We do have Lima on board for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. No, we don't. 3005 set. There's Banky at or above 16,000, so we're good there. go to data. Well, that's still the same. Okay, whatever. Go to nav. I just want to see if I got a top at descent somewhere. Oh, copy that, Fallen. No worries, brother. If we're not on, man, just feel free to check the replay a little bit later on. I'll try to hang out a little bit further. I got to be up at 3 in the morning my time here, so I'm kind of cutting into my bedtime here. Tomorrow's my Monday, so I just wanted to showcase this beautiful airplane one time, at least once before next week. And again, thank you guys for being here. I know there's like probably a couple dozen people out there right now showcasing this airplane, and I'm thankful that you guys chose to come and watch me here. Have fun. I might be making a fool out of myself here in just a few, so hang tight. You might have a good laugh. Okay, Bernard, so you're saying they're the SciTech models. I know exactly which ones you're talking about because I used to own them. The brakes work, but not the rudder. Okay. Have you downloaded the latest drivers from Logitech? Remember that SciTech is no longer in business. They got bought out by Logitech, so make sure you've got the latest drivers for the rudder pedals. Then you want to go into the flight sim components, right, to your hardware assignments, and go to Axis. I think it's called Fine Tune Axes. Make sure that it is being recognized in the sim, and then you want to assign that axis. So you're going to find your rudder axis on your flight controls, and you're going to assign for the rudder axis, nothing else. Okay, it has to be an axis, and make sure you start moving the rudder pedals, and it should pick it up on the bindings and the commands. Oh yeah, trucking dad, bro. I've been on that club for a while. I'm trying to change that though. Hold on, I forgot if no, that's my decision altitude or decision height. Let's bring it in. Inbound to Pro V. So we still haven't started descending, and approach has not instructed me to descend either. This is going to be interesting. Boston approach, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. When can we expect our descent?
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, descend at your discretion.
We'll descend at our discretion for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. Okay. Yeah, why the hell not? We've got to cross Sophie between 10 and between 9, so yeah, let's start doing that right now. Well, VNAV ain't doing crap, so let's go to vertical speed. Let's set that negative. There we go. We're gonna start retarding the throttles. This is gonna happen very fast. Yeah, Gramps, I might have forgotten. And Bernard, you're saying it's an FS 2020. Yeah, so you don't have to press a button or anything on the planes. All you have to do is assign the rudder axis on your controls and key bindings. So wherever you set your brakes, like your toe brakes, make sure you look for a rudder axis. You can search for it. Look for rudder axis and make sure that you go right and left on that rudder pedal set so that the simulator can detect that axis as the one that you're intending to program. And by the way, guys, I just realized I think there's a descent button here that I didn't press, so that's my fault. No, trucking dad, I've got it set to 6,000. So I don't know what happened there, and it was armed. So I'm just gonna disarm VNAV for now. We're in vertical speed. We're doing our own thing. Yeah, we're busting through Sophie here at 220. So let's see, Goshi at 210 and at 6,000 feet. Yeah, we're going to drop those throttles back. Let's get some drag. We're going to deploy the speed brakes just a bit. Yeah, it looks like we've only got one altitude set panel here, trucking that, unless I'm missing it over here. Yeah, maybe it's because I didn't arm the descent mode, but I'm not familiar with that, so that's why I didn't feel like pressing buttons. All right, let's increase this descent rate because we're coming up fast and we're busting through all these altitude constraints fast. We gotta be at 6,000. I'm just gonna forget about ATIS at this point. Let's go to the approach. Come on, give me the approach. Yep, 035, and tower's gonna be on, well, where are we landing? West or east? I guess we're landing east. So I'm gonna set 132.225.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, descend and maintain 3,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 4 right approach via Gosh.
Set and maintain 3,000, clear for the ILS runway 4 right via Gosh for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. 225. Doing 235, so not bad in terms of controlling speed here on the descent, but we're way high on this. It's going to be a long straight in. Oh, Bernard, so it's with the Falcon 50 specifically. Wait, did you make sure you connected the torque links outside? You got to remember, man, this thing needs to have that connected before you do anything else. Oh, hold up. We're through the manual sequence, so let's set that to the 035. Although I should be in nav mode now. Let's switch over to course. Nav 1, there we go. And then our course should be 035. There we go. It is set 035. Let's go to nav. There we go. She's intercepting that localizer, but we're still high. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, please prepare for landing. This is going to be a rather fast one. Let's get some speed brakes out. There we go. Hold my beer.
Boston departure, good afternoon, American 1450, 7,000.
American 1450, Boston departure, good afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, somebody take cover, man. We're getting shot at.
American 1450, contact Toronto Center on
Look at that thing.
134.925.
134.925, see ya.
15 from the localizer, so yeah, we're getting close. I'm going to keep slowing it down, boys and girls. I need all the room I need here to descend.
Good speed 6195, contact Norwood Tower on 126.0.
Over to Norwood Tower, good speed 6195, so long.
Look at that speed dropping, man. 174, and we're descending at 3,200 feet a minute. All right, let's re-enable the camera now. So yeah, Bernard, make sure you do the walk around of the airplane before you get on board, and make sure you connect that nose gear steering link, right? If that's not connected, you're not going to be able to steer the airplane. So that's probably what's happening. There we go, 1,000 feet to go. Yep, we're under enemy fire. Oh God. All right, let's retract the boards. I see the airfield. She's fighting for her life now. Miles to go. Let's go ahead and get slats down. Why not? I see I've got a glide slope. I might disconnect the autopilot here and just hand fly it.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, contact Boston Tower on 128.8.
Tower 128.8 for 156 Romeo Echo. Damn it, wrong frequency. Come on, come on. Come on. No. All right, my controls. This thing is heavy. Boston Tower, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo on the ILS 4 right. Let's go gear down. Look at this. I'm pulling back on that stick.
156 Romeo Echo, Boston Tower, Roger. Continue approach, runway 4 right.
Continue approach for runway 14 right. For Falcon 156 Romeo Echo.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, after the landing, JetBlue 220 clears the runway. Runway 4 right, wind 090 at 10, cleared to land. Caution wake turbulence.
Cleared to land runway 4 right after the Airbus for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. Dude, I'm pulling all the way back. Look at this. Look at this.
JetBlue 1006, contact ground on 121.75.
Ground for JetBlue 1006, good day.
Let's get the Yacht Emperor off. Come on, man. Click it. There we go.
American 1850, hold short of runway 4 left.
Yeah, look at this, guys. Those of you asking about the flight model, look at this. I'm full aft on the yoke practically here, and this thing is dropping like a bat out of hell.
Boston Tower, Brickyard 3383, established on the ILS runway 4 right.
Yeah, this thing is heavy, man.
Brickyard 3383, Boston Tower, Roger.
All right, before landing, gear down, 3 green, flaps set, 48, slats plus slats, whatever.
112, when ready,
Landing lights.
departure.
Yeah, we're good. Look at this thing, man.
112, thanks.
Shall I do a replay? I don't know how to do the replay with the EFB. I don't know if I want to do it with the Sky Dolly, but let's see what happens.
American 1850, hold short of runway 4 left. Hold short of 4 left, American 1850.
So we're holding about 115 here. There we go. We're back on glide slope, back on localizer. 2 white, 2 red. Whew.
JetBlue 1006, hold short of runway 33 right.
This thing is very, very bouncy.
JetBlue 1006.
There we go. She's feeling a little better now. Okay, let's reduce power just a bit. A little bit left for lineup. Slightly above glide slope. That yoke is already up to my belly here, so it's going to be tricky pulling back a little bit.
American 1850, hold short of runway 4 left. 4L holding short, American 1850.
500.
Come on, baby. Come on.
400.
JetBlue 1006, hold short of runway 33 right.
33R holding short, JetBlue 1006.
Ooh, she's fighting me, boys.
Glide slope. 50.
Oh, this thing is falling. This thing is falling.
30, 20,
Look at this.
10.
Yeah, this thing is weird, man.
726, runway 4 right.
Let's get number 2 in reverse.
Cleared to land.
You guys saw that, right? Full aft on the elevator. Nothing. Holy smokes.
American 1450, wind 090 at 10, runway 4 right, cleared to land. Welcome to Boston. Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, welcome to Boston. Contact ground on 121.75.
Over to ground 121.75 for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. Bye-bye. Holy smokes. Yeah, that was terrible, guys. Gramps.
Cleared to land, 4 right, American.
You saw that, right? All the way into my stomach, and look, I'm out of travel. This thing did not want to just pick that nose up.
Hold short of runway 33 right.
Hold short of
Holy
33 right,
smokes, dude.
1006.
November 9er 544, hold short of runway 4 left.
Wow. Wow, wow,
Holding
wow.
short of runway 4 left, November 9er 544.
Let's clean the flaps. Ladies and gentlemen, please pick up your spines that are inadvertently just made their way through the lower section of our fuselage. We apologize for that. We blame the developers.
United 2040, number 122 left, ready?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
United 2040, winds 280 at 11, runway 22 left, cleared for takeoff.
12175.
left, cleared for takeoff, United 2040.
There we
Blue
go.
1006, cross runway 15 right.
All right. Boston ground, Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. We're clear of full right at Yankee. Requesting taxi to signature.
Falcon 6 Romeo Echo, taxi to Signature Aviation via hold short of runway 33 right.
Holding short of 33 right for Falcon 156 Romeo Echo. Yeah, guys, let me be honest, man. How do you call it? Gramps, oh, not Gramps, sorry. Trucking Dad, I'm not sure, man. I don't even know what my V speeds were, my V-riff was for this approach. I did not do any calculations. I've yet to read through the manual and all that and see what's what, but I don't want to say this is the fault of the aircraft itself. I think it's something with the Moza stick. Because remember, when I set my trim, look what happens to the yoke. Watch, I'm going to go nose down, by the way. Look at where that stab trim is at, all the way aft for nose up. So I ran out of travel on the yoke. Look, I think that's the issue. So I'm going to reset it back to like neutral or back to in the green. There we go. So now watch. Look how much travel I've got on the elevator. Way more. And on that approach, I felt that same thing, right? The aircraft felt very nose heavy. So I'm going to blame myself for this one, right? First, for not being familiar with the aircraft. Second, because I might need to tweak this profile on the yoke itself, because the trim physically moves the column, right? Forward and aft. And it follows that. So I might disable that for this airplane because it is annoying, first of all. I had it just jam-packed to my belly here, and I couldn't pull back anymore. That's why I gave it some power.
American 2167,
I did the best I could, so.
American 2167,
Try the approach again now. Hold up.
Echo 1 kilo.
Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and turn off say intentions.
Kilo, American 2167.
Where'd it go? Here we go. Let's turn off say intentions. Let's do this. I'm going to go into Moza. I'm going to go ahead and adjust that really quick because it did kind of bother me. And I want to see what happens now on the takeoff. So let's go to expert settings. Let's go to no follow, trim following. Let's turn it off. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. Look at that movement. Look at that control wheel. I think that was it, guys. That's my fault. That is my fault. Gramps, if you're still on, stand by. We're going to give it another shot, okay? Let's turn off the autopilot following as well. Let's go ahead and just take one of these runways. We're going to circle around and see if I can land. What is this, 3-3 right? Let's do it. Let's do a rolling takeoff. You guys saw that? How much more travel I got now? Oh, too fast, too fast. Fast and the Furious. Here we go. Tokyo Drift. I don't think I have a runway here. Nope. Nope. I forgot this is the short runway. All right, let's try this again, guys. I'm going to take off with a tailwind here. Then I'm going to do a 180, and I'm going to try that landing once again. And by God, we're going to get it right. And you know what? I'm going to do a sky dolly recording because I need to see a better landing. So there we go, Flacco. Maybe that is one key talking point for our video coming up on the Moza AY210. So I'm going to note that. All right, here we go. Full thrust. Let's go. Trucking. Let's see what happens on this takeoff now. I'm gonna say we're gonna rotate about 100 knots now that we've burned some gas.
Alive. 80 knots. 81. Rotate.
Nope. Still heavy. Look at that. Look at that. Holy shoot.
Great.
That right wing wants to fall every single time. Even with a tailwind, that is interesting. Okay. Let's see what we can do now. We're gonna open up over the bay here. So still a little quirky there on the takeoff. My assumption is that the green band there on the stabilizer trim indicator is takeoff config. So unless I need to go like 10 units of trim or higher, or I don't know, I gotta get into the manual then, guys. That's my fault. Yeah, the trim works, man. The trim is definitely working, so you can hear it. Watch the switch on the control wheel here, and then watch the indicator. It's physically moving. Yeah, exactly, trucking that. Even though I hit my rotation at Teterboro at my VR speed, 109. And actually, I was even a little bit faster by the time I picked up the nose. I think I saw 122, 121. All right, let's go gear down. Flocala. Yeah, bro. That trim sound is fantastic. There goes the nose again, dropping on me. And we're at slats plus flaps 20. So we should have plenty of lift here. Doing 155 indicated. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, this thing is nose heavy like a mother, dude. Look at that trim. I don't know, Jack. And the thing is, Contrail claims that this has been vetted by real-life Falcon 50 drivers, so I don't know. All right, let's go flaps 48. There goes the nose again, dropping. That's not what I would expect. So my approach speed was about 115, 110 there. Hold on, let me get Sky Dolly recording. There we go. The yoke feels better now, I gotta say. I will admit that I have much more travel now on that control wheel and column, so let's see what happens. Look at that, I'm already at 10 units of trim there. Just about. And she feels comfortable there too, about 110, 111.
1,000.
Yeah, it could be trucking. Maybe normal approaches should be done with flaps 20, but I don't know. Because look at my N1. Just to maintain that airspeed and that descent rate. Look at that N1. And I've got a little bit of asymmetric thrust right now going on. She seems to like 110 at this gross weight. Yeah, look at that. Bring back power just a bit here. We're a little high. Yeah, same here, Flacco. I never would have thought that a Falcon would be nose heavy. Especially those wings that are far back on the fuselage. You got 3 engines, that tail, the APU back there, luggage. I mean, come on. Let's see what we can do here.
400.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So look at that. We're at 105, 106 and dropping. Getting back on the power because I can feel the nose wanting to drop on me here.
200. 100. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. 50. 40. 30.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this.
10.
But I did see my speed. My speed was 99 over the numbers. Okay, hold on, hold on.
No takeoff. No takeoff.
Shut up. Let's try this again. This is gonna piss me off. Now watch, I'm gonna stall right out of the sky. I'm gonna keep climbing because I know this thing's gonna want to drop. Here we go. Oh, that's not a good idea.
Full up. Full up. 1,000.
I knew it. I knew it.
Full sink rate.
Okay, we got her. We got her. Where's my Denzel Washington powers? Like flight. I was about to go invert it. Yep, trucking dead. I saw that too, man. 99, that was way too slow. So I'm gonna keep that speed. I'm gonna keep the power where I had it and just keep flying her down. This is 90% user error at this point. I'm convinced it's my fault. As you saw my N1, right? Across all three engines. I was in the mid 80s just to maintain that 110. Look, now we're at 72, but we're higher, so kind of makes sense. There we go. I'm trying to keep that speed in. I'm going to keep the power in. 105, okay.
100. Glide slope. 50.
Okay, 106.
30. 20. 10.
Yep. Yep, that's exactly what it is, boys and girls. This thing needs to stay on speed, man. Wow, this is humbling. One more time, guys. One more time. One more time. That's what we're here to do. We're trying to show you what this product is like on day one. And again, nothing against Contrail. This is me not being familiar with the airplane and showing you guys why maybe it's a good idea to learn your airframes, right? Or your airplane before you get into it and start doing full flights. Especially if you're on jet card. All right, let's try it again. And I'm gonna try flaps 20 this time. Here we go. Oh, now look at this. All right, space shuttle mode engaged. Let's go ahead and do a right 360 here. Let's try to slow down. Talk about unusual attitude recoveries. All right, we've got her. We got her. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's keep bleeding that altitude. Talk about a humbling experience, man. We'll get it right, guys. Shut up. Jack 3D60 saying MD-11 feel. You know, it's funny. I actually can manage landing the MD-11 just fine, but this plane is really bugging me right now, man. So again, check it out. We're at slats plus flaps 20. We're going to keep it there. We'll see what kind of speeds it likes. Maybe 120. See how she likes that. Because we're descending right now. Look, and we're holding about 132, 133 happily. Oh yeah, good point, Flacco. I should have thought about that. with the replay feature. Here we go on a semi-base leg. We're gonna try it again. That right wing is tricky, man. That right wing wants to drop on me all of a sudden every time. Get on the power. We're a little bit low. Yep, Jack, you're right on the money, man. I think this is why I'm going to enjoy this airplane, because it's pissing me off right now. It's making me look like a fool, and I love it because it's humbling. And yeah, and when you add the force feedback, dude, it gets crazy. There we go. On glide slope. A little bit off center line, watching the localizer, but we're visual anyways, who cares?
1,000.
Yeah, look at my N1 here. Mid to high 70s, much better. That feels comfortable. What do you think, guys? 130? But we're barely descending. I'm looking at my VSI just behind the right side of the yoke there. There we go. We're doing about 600-700 feet a minute now. Showing 129 indicated. We're still high. Let's cut back on the power. And I'm going to preemptively trim her nose up. Look at that speed dropping already. Look at that descent rate.
500. 400.
A little bit of left rudder here to keep us center.
300.
Still high, but we're going to take this full runway. We're going to try to figure it out. 123.
100. Glide slope 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Kind of better, but look at this. That left wing wants to just dip. Let's go full power. Gonna go for a go around here, or a touch and go.
No takeoff.
Wow. Wow. She's a beast, guys. Okay, that's all it is. It's you gotta know what you're doing, and I clearly don't. Let's try it again. Do some right traffic pattern work here. We're gonna keep gear down, flaps down. I'm not getting off the air until I'm satisfied. Watch my bank angle there. We're already at 125, 126. I'm surprised this doesn't have a damage model on it. Yeah, you guys are seeing that, right? It's consistently the left wing just wants to drop, almost like that left main is just giving out, but I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove all weather. I'm gonna make it clear skies. No wind whatsoever. 0 knots. Let's go. Oh, Garuda's saying V1 just did the same thing. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, thank you for saying that, because now I know it's not something that I'm inadvertently screwing up. Okay, I'm trying out different configurations. Flaps 20 this time. We're gonna do it again. Where are we at? 1,300, almost 1,400 feet, or 1,300 feet. Yeah, trucking that. I see. I'm glad you're watching, man, because I don't want you to rush into it and then get pissed off at me. But it's a great airplane, man. It's fun. I love having to stay on top of it, but this right here, this is really bugging me, man. And I don't know. I gotta go and do the update and see if that fixes anything, but This is why we do these videos, guys, so you guys can be well informed before you make a purchase. Okay, so flaps 48 is what a real Falcon 50 pilot says is required. Okay, good to know. Maybe you left a hunk of lead in that wing tank. Well, it's ironic. Look how stable she is now. Look, we're holding 131. I've trimmed her out. Hands are off the controls, and she is happy. But once that nose comes up, that angle of attack, you start manipulating that angle of attack by pitching up. This thing wants to just bleed airspeed instantly. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Flacco, that's what I'm getting at too, man. That's why I want people to watch this now and in the future before they commit to purchasing and seeing if it's just me or if it's something with the flight model. But if V1 had the same issues, I trust him. I was talking to Chuck and Dad. I love his channel. And if that dude is having issues, I'm convinced it's not just me. Now, this is a crappy approach. I'm on a very tight right base here to final, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to keep my speed up as that load factor comes up on that bank. So I'm going to start gradually banking towards the runway here. Again, 10 units of trim already. 123 on the numbers here. Talk to me, Goose. A little bit of right rudder here. Get that nose to swivel over. There we go. Not gonna lie, this is pretty fun though. I feel like I am challenging myself here in front of you guys. And those of you watching in the future are gonna have a good laugh. Okay, 128. Here we go. Seeing that up and down is really weird.
300. 200. 100.
Keeping the power in. Look at that airspeed. Look at that airspeed.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Now we're floating. Now we're floating. Look, now the right wing is touching. One more time. One more time. One more time.
No takeoff. No takeoff.
Look at this. Alright. One more time, and then I'm going to taxi her in. Shut down for the night. Let's do some crazy steep turns here. Taxi, that seems like a good spot to land. I'm just going to circle to land here. Let's go to 15 left, I think. Or 15 right. Jack, I like the way you think. I didn't pull the tail hook out. That is correct, my friend. I've just been boltering and boltering and boltering. Last one, guys. Let's make it count. Winds are calm, so we're going to take 15 right, even though we're tight here. Let's open her up. Let's go right about 45 degrees. What if I land from the FO side? Let's try that. And there is an option, by the way, in the EFB where you can fly from the right seat, so you can do that and always start there. Here we go. Oh yeah, Jose, there's plenty of phone numbers that I gotta contact, man. I've pissed off a lot of people by now, including the aircraft owner. Gramps, getting a little better, but I don't know, man. There's still some weird quirks, man. Wings are wanting to dip down once you touch down, almost like they're immediately just losing lift, which is crazy. Oh yeah, check this out. Steep turn, here we go. Getting on the power, pulling back, trimming her out. There she is. Woo-hoo. A little bit of right rudder. There we go. Okay, that was pretty cool, not gonna lie. 145, let's bring that speed down. We're gonna reduce thrust just a hair. If I grease it on the FO side, this is how I'm going to fly the Falcon 50 from now on. You have my word. But look at that speed dropping. Look. We've got a established descent rate. I just pulled back power and I just lost like 7 knots in a matter of nothing. That's insane, dude. Look, reducing power, pitching down, and we're not gaining an ounce of airspeed.
400.
What the hell, dude? I mean, maybe this is something with the Falcon. Who knows? There we go, getting on the power. We're coming a little bit faster now.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30.
Now we're gonna drop like crazy, watch.
20. 10.
Okay, there we go. Reverse thrust. $60 knots. Idle thrust on number 2. Manual braking here. Woo. My hands are tired, guys. There we go. Okay, guys. So I am convinced now. Yes, it is a quirky flight model, but you know what? It's also my lack of experience and knowledge with the aircraft. So my advice, if you're starting out with the Falcon 50, just bring her home with flaps 20. Don't go into flaps 48. If you are going to be coming in with flaps 48, you've got a short fuel landing. Stay on the power. That is the key right here. Let's go ahead and do a back taxi here. This plane is sick. I'm not gonna lie, it's sick. It's quirky, but whew. Gramps, no sir. Now that I can tell, I don't see an AOA indexer in here anywhere. And no, Truck and Dead, I do not have a the latest patch updated at all. So next time I fly it, I'm definitely gonna update it in the app, and then I'm gonna come and try it again. But wow. Jack, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but I kept the power in pretty much until I knew she was gonna drop, and then I reduced the power to idle, and she settled down nicely. I wish I had recorded that replay because that was nice. But you know what? I'm a man of my word, so from now on, I think I'm gonna have to fly her from the right seat. All right, let's go ahead and clean the flaps. Let's get the APU started. I never turned it off. I'm an idiot. I never turned off the APU master, although, no, yes I did. Because the APU on the Falcon 50 is, lack of a better term, it's synchronized with the WOW sensor, the weight on wheels. So as soon as those wheels get off the ground, the APU automatically kills itself, essentially. So it is on, so can I start it? Oh, open the bus tie, okay. There we go. There we go. APU RPM coming up, EGT coming up. That's so cool, man. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that update, guys, because this was humbling. Again, I identified the first issue, the travel that I had remaining on my yoke, given the settings that I had on the Moza cockpit software, were horrendous. I barely had any aft elevator control there to pull back, so fixed that, but then that approach was subsequently repeated. I learned that I can manage it better on flaps 20, not flaps 48, so that's another key point for me. So yeah, before we do any kind of tutorials or full flight demos on this bird, I've got a lot of practicing to do, so take this with a grain of salt, guys. And if you're watching this in the future or now, remember, I have not updated it as of this time. It is 9:14 p.m. Eastern time. This aircraft just released today, June 25th, 2026. So I did not get a chance to update it, unfortunately. I fired up immediately just to get online and show you guys what it can do. But yeah, Let's get the APU bleed air on. And we're gonna slow her down here. We're gonna vacate signatures right there to my left. Slow it down. I love the sounds though, like all the rattling. It actually has simulated G movements, right? So when you accelerate and decelerate, you'll see the head of the pilot move forward and aft accordingly. All right, so let's go ahead and do some configuring now that we're off the runway. We're gonna set these back to ground start. Let's go ahead and turn off landing light. Wing light can come off. That's already off. Pitot heat can come off. And flaps are up, clean. Speed brakes retracted. They're stowed. Let's kill number 2. Save some gas. All right, let's bring her home. All in all, I gotta tell you, I don't hate the plane at all. I actually love it because it's challenging. It's something new, something different, and I did not expect this airplane to behave like that. After so many years of seeing this airplane in real world, working the ramp, never would I have guessed that she was a beast to dominate. But keep in mind, this is an older aircraft. I mean, we're talking, what, back in the 70s, 80s maybe? I could be way off with that, but yeah. Dassault made this airplane back in the day. It still flies, obviously, to this day, but it's she's humbling. And if this is really how it flies, then my hat's off to Falcon 50 pilots, man. It's crazy. Let's see where we can park here. We're gonna face into the wind. Perfect. Even though I said wind's calm. Oh, these stutters are killing me, man. There we go. Now let's see if I can put the parking brake on. Hey, it worked. Okay. Aircraft is parked. We killed number 2. APU generators online. Bleed air is on. Let's go ahead and kill 1 and 3. There we go. Keep that on. Yeah, I think everything is good here. And let's go ahead and get some chocks on. So let's go find the app. Whoops. Chocks, we're gonna give them the signal, releasing the brakes. Brakes are off. We're gonna put the little placard there. Let's go and check out the outside. Bernard, are you still here by any chance, man? If Bernard's still here, please stay tuned. I want to show you what I was talking about earlier for your issue with the steering. There we go. Bernard, if you're still here, brother, check this out. So right here, that is your torque link, right? So you want to make sure that is connected. When you load up into the airplane, by default, you're going to find it like this. If you look at your nose wheel strut and you find that torque link or the torque link disconnected, you're not going to have any nose wheel steering at all. Okay, so you want to make sure in your pre-flight, you click here, you look for that pin and that castle nut to be in place, and that's how you know you'll be able to control your nose wheel steering. All right, man. So hopefully that helps you out. I think that was the issue. Oh man, what a ride. No, don't close my door. Why can't I stand up now? Why am I crouching? She's beautiful. That's a beautiful plane, man. There we go. Let's get away because that APU sound is horrendous. Here, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette by the AFGAS truck, because why not? After all, no smoking is just a suggestion, not a directive, right? All right, guys. Well, yeah. Lots of lessons learned tonight. Whew. That was a, yeah, that was humbling. Truck and Dad, take it easy, brother. Yeah, no, man. Definitely look into it. Watch other streamers. You guys as well. Watch other streamers. Look for similarities in aircraft behavior, flight characteristics, and flight model. I'm convinced this is far from perfect, right? We've all seen. There's also a few switches and buttons on the cockpit that don't really work, but neither here nor there. Hold on. Let's do something, because this is bothering me now. Let's get the GPU hooked up. I can hear that GPU firing up. Do I have an external power switch here? No. Yeah, I don't know how to make sure that I don't lose power. Let's try it. Let's turn off the bleed air. We're good. I think we're good. Let's stop the APU. Much better, much better. I'd rather listen to the rattle of that GPU than the freaking APU, man. So yeah, guys, again, far from perfect. It is day one, and again, just to be perfectly clear, I have not updated the airplane at all. I left my strobes on. Whoops. So will it be better after that update? I hope so, because I want to keep flying this airplane more and more. So if you're out there, you're still on the fence whether or not to purchase this aircraft, we'll take everything you saw with a grain of salt. Again, I want to attribute 90% of my issues on this airplane to user error. First, with my MOSA profile for the force feedback, the trim following, and the autopilot following, and also just not knowing the aircraft, right? Not knowing my speeds, how to approach, what setting. So that is my fault, and I want to practice on this airplane and get better to showcase a better, more realistic flight. Overall, it's not that difficult of an airplane to learn in terms of how to start it up, how to configure everything. The autopilot's a little quirky, so it takes some time to get used to, but keep in mind this is an older aircraft. This is one of Falcon's legacy models, if I'm not mistaken, alongside the Falcon 10 and 20 from back in the day. So I know we're used to glass cockpits. This is kind of a mix and match. This is not the EZ model. I know the Falcon 50's EZs or the EXs had a cockpit overhaul, if I'm not mistaken. So we're in a Bravo model. This is an older one. It is fun. It is challenging. It's going to humble you really quick. So if you're bored of flying your default aircraft or even third-party aircraft that just don't feel alive, then I gotta say this is one of those products that I can recommend based on those conditions alone. However, again, keep in mind that we still need to see this product mature. It's only been about 8 hours now since the release of this product, so we gotta give it time, okay? So guys, I gotta get off the air. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow morning. It is past my bedtime, and yeah, I gotta go get ready. So if you're watching this now, thank you again for being here with me. Gramps, Truck and Dad, Jack, Garuda, everybody. I'm sorry if I'm missing your names, guys. A lot of people there in the chat, and I'm just kind of catching up now. So thank you for being here again. Really means a lot that you guys chose to watch our channel, where I'm sure there's other bigger channels showcasing the Falcon 50, perhaps in a better light. But this is my first go around with it, or my first go with it. So use this as a learning lesson. And again, if you're on the fence, well, you can wait maybe a few weeks, see what happens with the updates. I'm sure going to come back next week with another video or another live showing it again, seeing how it feels with the patch and the update, and hopefully it's better. Guys, Captain Gonzo here with that Flight Sim channel, wishing you all smoother landings than that, and happy flying, and we'll be seeing you on the next one, all right? Take care, guys.